T side.
Oh,
so
wow.
Astralis, they picked the T side, and they're going to be rushing straight at the dualies. And what a knockout! Sip taking down Alexi, and the power is just overwhelming for this one. They could not hold the B bomb site. 3 versus 5, and there should be a bomb plant to follow. Although they're actually slowing it down. Rez charging onto the site before the bomb is even planted. This is the Rez that we needed. He's hunting for it. He nearly has that one. He spins. What? Oh my god! You must be kidding me! It's 4 kills! Rez! He can't do this! Device is all alone. His teammates have been decimated, and he surely must be panicked. Rez hunting for the ace now. He's got the bomb back there, but what a ridiculous turn of events. That is a 1 in a million.
That shouldn't have happened. Astralis are wondering what just hit him.
He's so close. He wants to peek back. He's got his teammate. And gets a headshot. Oh my motion.
How? How did he find all of these kills? How did he isolate these fights?
Oh.
That's unbelievable from Rez. So quiet there on Mirage. Really nothing even to be proud of.
Roland's reaction as well. Depth of knowledge to be able to just power on through. It's easier said than done, of course.
Okay. Good utility early on. Blame F down to 58. Hasn't even spotted a player just yet. And Glaive really wants to make some headway, but no, Maxter shuts it down. Boosts it up onto this spot. Close angle, and he's able to find a couple kills. Wow, this is comprehensive from NIP. They're just shutting everything down. But Device able to find a return through the smoke. That's a bit fortuitous. And on the other side of the map, Xipnix has lurked his way into cave. Things are getting a little bit more interesting than they probably should have. Although NIP, they're just playing back. They're giving so much room right now, but that may allow Device to find a bomb plant.
Yeah, that would be the only way to get back here. Sip, if he could maybe sneak in a kill on Brolin just as they're getting there, it's a 2-on-3 with a bomb plant. That's winnable, but a lot of ifs before we really get there. Yeah, they're so far back. It's created a bit of a space. Rez showing up at the right time, but he still gets taken down. Sip not ready for the follow-up fight. He had the idea, and now Device. Yeah, I mean, from a 2-on-5 into a couple of kills and a bomb plant, that's a pretty good recovery for Astralis. I don't think the Device should be able to win this round, but obviously just doing a bit more damage would be very, very helpful. They are starting to group up. They've spotted him already. Alexi coming through the cave, and it's going to be Device going down without another kill to his name. So 3-0 in favor of NIP. But yeah, a slight recovery at the end of the round there.
Yeah, about that. But this is just a great hold for Maxer. Really, just angle that needs to be cleared, but as you're peeking out.
Time, because it's actually so sick, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when it goes away, you really miss it. Head trick, easy enough shot there. They're trying to power in behind it. Brolin gonna hide in the corner and just put up a smoke to buy some time. If they wanted to Molotov him out, they're not gonna be able to. This defense is looking very good. Astralis, it is a classic to test that B bomb site in that fashion. And sometimes if you get the one entry that you need, you can overpower the entire bomb site. That's what they wanted.
These openers have not been kind for Astralis. Blame F, though, inserting himself into cave. Could find an opportunity to strike. There's still a minute on the clock. If NIP get a little bit too curious, you know that Blame F is always going to punish. But this is tough to break down now because they want to get into this site, but they have no more smoke to speak of. And this long side, it is wide open.
It really is. Ooh, wow, that's weird. Both ults doing almost no damage.
Oh,
There's
no.
the follow-up Buzz and Device to bring them back into it. And he saw just ahead. He's got the right idea. And a beautiful shot. It goes through the bricks and taking down Alexi. 2 versus 3 now. And Maxter, that slow creep in from the middle. He's at least found Device. Out in the open, though, Rez looking both ways at the same time. That's not going to do any justice here. Maxter, he's fighting his way back, and now he's looking for Blame F. He's got the right read. This is so smart. Maxter just crouching through, but Blame F. He's got the better aim for it this time, and he will win the 1 versus 1 duel.
For the next fight, for his swing, and that's exactly when Blame F peeked into him. These are great shots from Device, though. This one right here, right through the edge of that stairway, that's so beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Speed again. They want to see if they can test it. They're convinced Astralis, obsessed almost, to try and see if they can get this B bomb site. And at least, no, they're pushing forward with the bomb. Glaive, bring that bomb back. It was a double push by Sip and Glaive. Now they're finally putting it down. NIP so far have done a good job at retaking it. Very tricky though with Device holding this deep angle with the AWP. They might look for it, but it's hard to realize that's going to be an AWP, and they just give it up.
Wow.
They say that's it.
Yeah. 5 alive.
Now everyone's surprised.
10 alive. Okay. Well, Device upsets the balance just a little bit there. And that's a really interesting option for NIP, but they were in some ways priced out of it. They didn't find any kills back into it. They knew that Astralis had some of that deeper control, and so it was going to be a very tough retake for them. And so Astralis was just a nice hit on the site. It's pretty much all it took.
Yeah, so whatever weakness they sensed, yeah, go straight for it, and that's an easy pick up on Rez. The Molotov and the HE, I think, still making it a bit tough on him. But it's worth it. Well worth it. Sip burning alive while flashed. Oh my god. That is just way too efficient. I don't know how it happened.
He was just trapped in a wall of fire. It just surrounded him from both sides. Call that a firewall.
Worked to keep Sip out. And that's important.
He also got blind by Glaive.
Yeah.
That's not going according to plan. A fortunate equalizer for NIP. And this is a really cheeky boost from Alexi. Doesn't seem like Astralis are going to peek it just yet. Okay, now blamef is entering the cave. This is a very tough fight, but actually just wanted to clear out Jaguar. Doesn't want to take the entirety of cave. And now they're shifting on over. It looks like this is shaping up to be an A play. They'll have Buzz going through A main and the other 3 through Donut, which puts a lot of pressure here on Maxter and on Hetrick's rotation.
Yeah, I don't know, they're really speeding it up. Nothing's going slow right now. Running straight onto the site, and it's a good entry for Buzz. Maxter never really stood a chance in that one. 3 versus 4 with a bomb plant, and if NIP were going to save the last round, this could be another one where they just have to call it almost instantly, and yeah, they just did. So, good call. Late in the round for Astralis, they check out Jaguar, like you said, and then once they realize no one's there, they kind of just speed it up.
This is sort of a mid-round that's developed, I'd say, kind of in the last couple months of the previous year. Mao started just really calling this anytime 50 seconds were left on the clock or so, or a little bit under that, actually. And the way that the defense always spreads out is usually kind of 2A, 2B, and you can usually just get into Donut like that. Even if there's a player in Donut, you just trade them out with those numbers, as we saw Astralis put 3 there. But they're so reliable.
It's good. It's become like a little moment of comedy. This is also more comedy with friends like that.
Yeah.
Who needs enemies on that side yet? Still, the control is here, and if you lose track of blamef back here, that's a nightmare for NIP. They're gonna go look for it and see if they can reclaim the middle. Maxter crouching in first. blamef is super ready, and he'll take both of them out. Device also catching Rez. They actually were trying to retake middle from 2 different angles. I think that's a great idea for NIP, but they just couldn't find the kills. 2 versus 4 now, and they know where Hettrick is, so there's not much of a mystery left. They can guess that Alexi is going to be on this side of the map, and blamef, he'll find the 3rd one. Wow.
So good at holding angles. That's so impressive. But this is a really just classic style of Astralis, even though it's on a map that you're not necessarily used to seeing this legacy organization on. It's one where they just take that space and then they play for the reaction from the CTs. They don't know that NIP probably wants something back on the map, and they knew what was coming. But mostly credit to blamef, because if he went 1 for 1 at that top mid spot, completely different round.
Hettrick, probably a little bit frustrated that they planted the bomb right behind him. Just almost looked like disrespect. No one's pushing him from the site itself, but he's about to walk into Device. He's got to be careful that he doesn't give this away. Oh,
it just keeps happening. Good reason. So, okay, Astralis.
It feels like this is the #1 thing to fix right now for all teams. It's just to study the radius a bit better.
Map interview that, Ancient's one of their better maps, and we're seeing it.
Yeah, this T side is usually very, very hard to put together T rounds. 5 already, especially in a row like this. It's just devastating to NIP. Brolin, he is here to answer back at the very least, but blamef, if the rest of the team can slow this down, blamef could shoot him in the back. This is actually sick, and they find Alexi through the smoke as well. 3 versus 4. NIP, I don't know what's gone wrong here, but every single time there is a chance, it seems to just crumble immediately. And now blamef sneak it up behind him, and he is one of the best players in the world at playing these kind of flanks. His timing is just always so good. Spots them both out, and he realized there could be a third in the middle. Absolutely suffocating here, what Astralis have brought to the map. 6-4 is going to be the scoreline as Rez just has no shot.
NIP on Ancient, they're just looking like prey in the jungle. It's like you're fighting 2 different beasts at the same time. The main part of Astralis is just the pan.
Oh, they're going to be careful, though. Device is already set up. He actually does hit the flick. Not quite enough for a kill. Sneaking up close to another 5-7. It's head trick with the deagle from the back instead. And Glaive, who's only got 1 kill so far and 7 deaths, going to get exploded. But once again, blamef has managed to lurk his way in through the enemy lines, and he will set up that kill right away. Finds a second as well on Maxter. And it's a 2-1-3. Maybe even could have been more, but I think there was a bit of chaos happening there. Alexi is making a lot of noise. Is it being heard? Device is around the corner. Now he knows. Pulls out the Tech 9. Thought maybe he was going to run away. 50 seconds now for Device to try and find the 1 versus 2.
Rez might have single-handedly saved this round, though.
Yep.
For NIP. He's got 2 kills. He's still holding on to this A side. And Device has to find an avenue in. He's making his way through top middle. So he could get the jump on either Brolin or Rez, but both of those players are actually pushing out their respective spots. And so it's unlikely that Device will find a freebie on the flank here, and it might actually even be him that's surprised by his opponent's positioning.
Yeah, it's kind of rare to see 2 versus 1 like this, where everyone was moving for such a long time. Oh, it's all down to timing. Oh, he has to start running. Just doesn't have the extra seconds in the round. Brolin's going to be able to start off a massive landslide towards NIP. Otherwise, this could be done. Still.
Yeah.
Good job on Rez.
Yeah, these shots from Rez. Head trick, though. Posted up. Nice opening pick on a Buzz. Charles, we're trying to find some early A main control, but head trick is here. Device right around the corner, and head trick doubles up.
Seemed like an awkward peek from Device. Was he falling off the ledge back there?
Yeah, he was falling.
Doesn't give you a very good shot, obviously, at returning anything. Okay. Deep breath for NIP. This, when you're at a 5 versus 3 like this, I mean, the conversion rate into a round win should be huge, right? It should be such a good shot at winning this one. blamef is back to his whole tricks in the middle. And it feels like they should know by now how much he's been doing it.
Yeah, but blamef saw the clock, minute left, so he'll just wait for maybe 30 more seconds. Then he'll push.
Yep. Sip gonna go retrieve the bomb. And Glaive hanging out in Donut. They've got some really advanced positions, but NIP don't have a lot of incentive to move. They're just stuck on the map here. Maxter is still gonna go down. It's a good find. Did cost blamef almost all of his health. Rez set up at a bit of an angle. Glaive, that's the second kill of the half, but he's going to find it on Rez to bring it back into a 3-on-3. And Headtrick, he can't be the one to initiate this fight with the AWP. If he pushes out of the tunnel there, he could be dead almost instantly. Glaive is setting up at the edge of the smoke. This is such a sneaky play. Orc on the other side, they're flashing their way through, and he's surely dead. Brolin going to get edged out of the round. Headtrick, this is dangerous. He misses the first shot. And now he can't really go for it. This is risky. He needs Alexi to help him out. Headtrick will get one more, and that in itself is impressive. But how does he find the rest? Bomb is right there on the edge. He does have a smoke to try and put it up, but there's 2 AKs on the other side, and they will surely spam him down. A chance for a smoke diffuse is almost 0 at this point. They've got him cornered, and he's trying to make a run for it. It runs right into the HE. Oh, man, there might be another death to the bomb here, but certainly Astralis have won the round 7-5. Oh, 2 of them.
Making some slight advance, and NIP, they just got caught off guard in these 50-50 duels, despite the fact that Headtrick willed them into such an advantage situation. Yeah, this is very hard to deal with on this map.
In the past, Astralis when they had Config in the lineup, he was so good at fighting in the middle. So it's a very interesting dynamic if they lose Config, but then pick up Device, and he can take over some of that role. And obviously for NIP, that's something that they could look forward to in the future, is playing with Config again on Ancient. I'm sure that's something they want to do. Hettrick, he is coming into his own. That's his 11th kill, picking up 2 people. And if the 3-on-5 wasn't a win, surely the 2-on-5 here will be. Surely.
Gotta think so. Gotta think that this is a 6 for NIP. Can't see a great way for them to come back, but okay. Well, Device finds one. Still a lot of time on the clock. Minute left.
Don't do it, NIP.
But as long as they just hold tight, put themselves in positions that can be traded upon, then this is Astralis likely not finding any way back in. That's a great smoke for Rez.
Yeah, that, you know, slight slip up right for Maxter. It's not a problem yet. It's okay. Just nobody else follow the same footsteps here.
Right. Looks like Astralis are just tucking into T-spawn now.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, 6 rounds for NIP. It's late to start to pick it up. But maybe if they could get all the rest, get up to 8 rounds, there could be a little bit of a resurgence, at least a feeling in the team that they're not just getting blown up.
Yeah, you would say, though, that Astralis already have a fairly successful half based off of the stats of what's transpired previously at the Blast Spring groups. Just on average, it's been a 9-6 split for teams here. And so to have 7 already feels pretty good, especially when you pick T-side. I mean, that felt like such a gamble, and it's...
Yeah, it doesn't always work out that way. We've seen it in the past sometimes where you pick what is the less favored side, and you just save. Well, here we go. Tech9s, not much else, and this B hit has been working for them a couple of times, so they're going to go back and test it again. Grenade rings out, and they're... Oh, that actually bounces back on Buzz. Unfortunate for him. Bomb is going to be attempted on the other side. Sip is setting up in case anyone wants to come through. The Tech9 is looking great, and they're all flashed and almost dead on the other side. The spray continues for Sip. How is that not another kill? It surely should have been. 3 people for NIP stuck on the wrong side of the smoke. And there is even another nade on Sip. He's actually stolen a Molotov, and that's just devastating for NIP. They could lose this to another B rush, and that's just unacceptable. Too many rounds so far where the CTs have not been able to hold the bomb site. Through the smoke, blamef gets another one, and Hettrick and Alexi trying to get back into this one, but it's impossible. The Deagle shots are coming through, and Alexi is entirely on his own. 1 versus 3, starts with a no-scope, but it's just no time. It wouldn't have absolutely world-class, and it's brought them into this really good position. It's up to NIP to try and bring it back on the T side of Ancient. They start out a little bit here with a shot from Hettrick. They need this round so badly. This has to be a powerful start for the T's, and they're pushing through. I like this. Before the bomb is even planted, they want to make absolutely sure they wipe out that back line, and Astralis, they're in trouble in this round. 3 versus 4, bomb is planted, and what have they got to take this one back with? Almost nothing.
There's no kit.
No kid, no flashbangs. You know, one misstep here and Brolin will maybe wipe you out, but it's a wide swing. Buzz will take the first. Hettrick comes back. 2nd kill for him now. And blamef and Buzz, they're running out of time. Who's just getting chewed up. Hettrick with 4 kills. Well done.
Openers even doing just well in general. I mean, he has been a fairly solid player today on this map. Need him to continue this.
Him down.
That would have been, yeah, it was pretty risky. blamef, though, in the pocket towards middle. They have Molotov flash. That's nice. Okay, if they spotted him, then he's going to surely be mollied out of the spot. This is really tough for him now. And he actually finds a nice shot that seems to have pierced 3 people, but no kill to his name.
Down to 40 seconds, and they want to go aggressive Astralis behind it. They don't just want to wait and see what comes. They want to go investigate. They catch Brolin right there in another fight. Raz goes down. Sip, what a time to come alive. He's had a dreadful game. That was his 6th kill, and there's only 25 seconds. They have to go for this. The crossfire is almost insurmountable. It should be. Sip will find a 3rd, and the smoke on top should seal the round. Even if Alexi gets this one, there shouldn't really be time for NIP to get back into this round. 2 versus 4, 11 seconds on the clock, and Sip doing so much work to get his team this one round.
Oh, monster hold from Zipnix there. That push, rotating back in. Buzz taking down Hettrick at the very end. Some space to work with, but then Zipnix had the perfect response.
Yeah, just as they were about to maybe slip the net. If they could have got back, then maybe for NIP, if they don't win this round, they might have to take a little bit of a breather and have more of a save round coming up. 2 good kills to begin with. Fights being won from Astralis before NIP could even really execute any strategy.
Yeah, exactly. NIP didn't even really go for anything there. That was just individuals peeking out, trying to find timings, trying to just win some duels. I'd like to see a little bit more faith in the overall game plan, because next round, it's not going to be pretty for NIP if they lose this. There's no money to work with. This is a real chance for Astralis to start tightening their grip once again on this game. But Headtrick, he's inserted himself into top mid. Glaive seemingly just wants to hold on, but look at this from Buzz. So bold, and he catches Brolin falling down right there off Tetris.
Yeah, the double push as well. So even if there was an instant kill on Buzz, you're really expecting for there to be a second CT that's pushing through. Maxter is going to get one, but yeah, you can tell we get the answer right there. He was not ready for blamef to also be that far forward. Headtrick low on health, and it's an easy kill at the end. And blamef finding 3.
A team effort. You can begin to believe in this comeback for the Ninjas. But early nade damage really favoring Astralis. Brolin's already down, and Buzz just fighting right on top of that smoke. That is a big hold from the rookie.
That was such a sick play. He's had a real... I hope we can get the stats at the end of it for the desk between Buzz performance before this best of 3 and coming into this one. There's got to be a huge change in how he's managed to play overall. Just being able to pull around like that through here or there, huge difference maker. 5 versus 3 now. A scope on either side of this B bomb side, one with the AUG and one with the AWP. NIP, they need... I mean, Astralis had a round like this where they wanted 3 on 5, and NIP needs something similar, but they're getting chewed up before they even really get close. Device, it's an easy shot for him to hit. And Alexi, he's got nothing left here. blamef going to be sneaking through to pick him up.
So maybe bring that one to Twitter.
4-round gap. blamef in the middle. Good shot coming through, but Alexi is there on a bit of a return. Sip is immediately covering that line. And it is a 3-on-3 for NIP to try to get something done. Astralis, they're not far away from taking off in their starships.
Oh, wow. Device recovers to at least get a kill there. Headtrick had him dead to rights, but great adjustment. Still, 2 versus 2. This is the best a gun round has looked for NIP. They have to put this one together. Glaive, though, quick on the flank. Already making his way up mid. Could opt to flank through cave or through the ramp. And this might catch Maxter and Brolin off guard.
Yeah, again, timing is just king in this round. Glaive is sneaking up, and you can tell it's too early. Even if the spray is pretty questionable, Brolin's got a knife. Oh no.
Damn, wow. That's Astralis in the late round, just looking way more composed, ready for the fights that are coming their way.
Is a little bit caught off guard. And this overall is just way too much. 14-9. Astralis.
You would hope that they would have a more structured game plan moving forward, but Glaive, he's got an idea of how he wants to take this round. Pushes on forward, beautiful flash to set him up. 5 versus 4 right there, information gathered. This is what Cadian was talking about in that monologue.
Exactly.
I throw flash, you throw flash.
We need that back.
Yeah.
We need a soundboard to be able to play it every once in a while. blamef has got the right idea, and he will catch Headtrick. His 24th kill. Kind of hard to deal with as well, the fact that he's playing just off the charts now. And I think it's hard as well for NIP to see it coming, that push out of the B bomb site, because they think that it's the AWP that's holding that ramp. So once you hear the AWP go off, kind of in the middle of the bomb site, you're not expecting that the next thing that follows it up is actually a rifle down at the corner. So tough break, and even if Alexi was looking, there was a flashbang to set it up. 2 versus 5 as they try and get onto the site, and they do at least catch blamef, so a nice kill, but only 14 seconds here, so they can't really do much of anything. Smoke goes up, but Glaive is challenging it right away. Not an inch is given here by Astralis. A Sip will take down Brolin. It's 15, and they're 1 round away.
Side. The flash setups, the double pushes together. And then, really, the only time they're taking individual fights is blamef with these really cheeky off angles. So everything just going their way. They're really in their comfort zone here on Ancient.
Kerrigan.
He's trying to get ahead of the meta. Roland, though, opening pick. Okay, Buzz is going to be challenged here. There's a molly burning him alive, but blamef is here to the rescue, but he only finds the one.
That's interesting. I don't know how Buzz didn't take more damage. 3 versus 4. This is a good hit. This is the right template to build something behind. And Sip is occupied in the middle, realizing there is somebody back here. But Roland's just trusting his team to get the bomb down and hold the site. And then he can show up late, shooting Sip in the back. It's perfect. 2 versus 4 now. And Buzz is going to get taken care of as well. The order sniper will do.
Okay, Glaive tried peeking right before his flash there, and then just nice entry into Donut. Okay.
Yeah. Respectful, but they're doing anything but that. They've walked the whole way. They're just walking right in there. Device back with the AWP, and they take down Maxter all on the other side. Good shot. Device taken care of, and Alexi's fighting back. It's still a 2-on-3. But they've got to be so worried about the flank. Even if now we can tell none is actually coming, in the minds of NIP, that is still a concern eventually, that someone's going to be walking up behind. So actually, Astralis, it's pretty sick that they're all grouping up like this, because this kind of is, normally this is the standard play. It might be the play that NIP are not expecting, given what they just saw. Hetrick and Alexi, 2-on-3, holding on to the afterplan here. But what the fuck? How does he know? Sip, come on! Hetrick now in a 1 versus 3, and he's going to catch one of them, but they could go straight for the defuse. They might just be running up to it. Even if it's 10 seconds here, the Molotov will do it, and they are right on top. 16 rounds on the side of Astralis. They defeat NIP and send them to the showdown.
Brutal loss for the Ninjas. Obviously, not the most ideal circumstances for them in this event. Playing